Down on the River Teign today, trying to turn this nightmare into a dream. Absolutely, I don't know what to say. It's just lost for words at the minute. Normally by now, I'd have had a couple of 2-pounders out by now, but it's been very, very hard. I've been putting a few trips in. I would say probably not as many as I should have, but to be fair, I would be seeing flounder but now normally, and it's just not happening. I mean, I'm down here with rag today, just trying to tempt one out. It's just, I've got something about it at the minute. I should be heading down to Kingsbridge, but unfortunately, I've got my heart set on the Teign. I just want to see a flounder out. Be happy to see a pound flounder at the minute. It's just not happening. It's very, very strange. I've had a lot of people think and say to me, the sand deal hasn't been producing like it had. I think they've had sand deals, but it's not been a good year for them. But that could have a big effect on it. Another guy said to me that there's been 3 or 4 seals up in the estuary, which could have a big effect on it also. Whatever it is, I don't know. It's the conditions aren't as they should be. It's still very mild. The frost hasn't really kicked in yet. Maybe it's that, but like anglers would say, you could normally come down to the Teign estuary and pull a flounder out, and it's just not happening at the minute. The X is just as bad as I'm told. Not fished the X yet, but hopefully we're going to pull into one tonight. This will be the night. If it's not, I'm going to show the production anyway. But my good mate Andy Piers has come all the way up from Cornwall to attack this nightmare with me today, and he's had bites straight away on ragworm. So hopefully we can see that flounder. Let's go and have a look. Me old mate Andy Piers, you all mate?
Yeah, you?
How's it going, you alright?
Yeah, pretty good.
I haven't seen you since the trip down in Cornwall after the pollock.
Yeah, the
Bit of an
elusive
awful
pollock.
day, wasn't it?
No, it was good fun. It was
yeah.
to crack the guys.
Yeah, it was a good laugh, wasn't it? It was a bit of a nightmare walk and stuff for what we had.
Yeah.
I think we had a couple of little fish. We never had a pollock, did we?
No.
You've actually been out on Evermarks and I've seen pollock. Unfortunately, you lost a good one.
And lost pollock, as per
unfortunately,
normal,
what happened there?
The place that I fished, let's say it's on the North Cornwall coast, and it's usually about a sort of 40-foot, almost vertical drop. You can get down there, but you've got to be a bit like a mountain goat to do it. So fishing on your own, you're asking for.
He had a video of it. His mate had it on the phone, and unfortunately, he never got it. But it was a big pollock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second one you lost down there, isn't it?
Second big one.
Yeah.
It's the fisherman's tail, you know. From 40 feet, it's looking £10 plus.
You can tell a big pollock when you can see a big pollock, can you? And it looked big to me on the video. So
it sort of stays in from like 60 or 70 feet out, and it's down and it's right down deep on the bottom. It's nowhere near the surface.
Get them up. Well, you're in this nightmare with me today, mate. I've done a few trips in. There's a lot of bass around, so we suspect a bass. You've already had a bite first cast on the ragworm.
Yeah, that was.
I had a bite on the ragworm as well. We changed the baits today. We've gone for rag, we've gone for crab, and all we want to see is a flounder out. I think we're hitting a few bass.
Yeah.
So hopefully with the fishing we'll maintain and we'll get a bit of fishing out of it. But we're looking for that flounder, and hopefully we'll get one, mate.
A fish is a fish, but a flounder is a good fish.
Yeah, we need to try and get one. It's I don't know what's happening in a minute, but I've just got it on my mind. I'm going to pull a flounder out of here before I get one anywhere else. I'm out with Scott Smythe Saturday, fishing in a competition with Scott. So Kingsbridge, worm baits, we'll probably see a few out, would have thought. But we got to see one out of here. The wind where we are is quite bad.
It's a little bit blustery, shall we say.
Northwesterlies blowing right down through the estuary. We've managed to get up out of it, so we're here all set up and chilling out. But the rods are down by the water. At the end of the day, they're floundering. If it's a bass, you'll see the rod be pulled right over, so we'll be straight onto that. But just allows us to fish in a bit of comfort, doesn't it?
Yeah.
My old mate Andy's brought the sausages.
Of course.
Hopefully he's got the coffee as well.
Yes. Sausages and coffee.
Let's go and have a coffee then, boys.
No problem.
Mr. Pierce has brought some prime ragworm, which we're going to have a go with today. We had bites on it straight away on the first cast, so I'm hoping this might do it, but all I'm going to do, because they're quite big rag, is take it in half. Put half back in here like that. And I've got a tiny little coxswain raw hook. That's actually a size 2, I believe. So I'm going to put that straight onto that. You're about to see me using rag for probably one of the first times. I've used it a couple of times, to be honest, but first time this year. Just to see if that's going to make a difference. I don't think it will. There's no reason why the baits we're using, the crab baits, aren't working. They've worked every other year, and I've had loads of fish over the £2 mark doing it the way we've been doing it. It's just a simple case of they're not there. But hopefully this will be the one to pull it out. Maybe that change of bait. At the end of the day, it's part of fishing. You've got to try everything at the end of the day, haven't you? And we've got the crab here. And the only thing we're doing differently today, what might give us that edge, is by using a little bit of rag. But I think it's just a case of, if we're lucky enough for that fish to come over our baits. Let's get one in the water now. Out, wind's starting to drop down now, tide's flooding in up over the banks. Fingers crossed we can get one out tonight. One rag bait, one crab bait, and it's picking up, being quite chilly. I reckon a nice cup of coffee's in order in a minute. The joyful part of our adventure tonight, bit of cooking. We've got this, I'll let you go for it, mate.
A Trangia stove, run on methylated spirits.
So it's ideal as well, because it's really lightweight, doesn't take up a lot of room.
No.
And we'll go a little bit into some close-ups in a minute, but it's ideal, mate. How much you pick that up for?
It was 70 quid actually in Go Outdoors, but
was
then
it?
That's a Go Outdoors price. You can get them for I think about 49 quid on eBay.
eBay?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect for those winter nights, especially on Chesil Beach.
Definitely.
Nice and light. Get your sausages cooked up a bit, say perfect way, especially with the ridge monkey. You put your ridge monkey on that and let it go. Don't take up a lot of room. Just want to get this meth related spirits keeping up.
Like the meths. We'll turn the vents into the wind, because that then causes your draft.
Cooked us many sausages.
Put your greased pan on the top there. Let that start to warm while I get the sausages.
Let's get some sausages.
There we go. That'll start to warm up now. And all you do, one sausage. Place your sausages in. Obviously with clean hands. No Cornish ragworm on these, I tell you. Hungry, Andy? That's a yes then, is it? We'll start with 6 to start with. But that's for the first sitting. That'll be enough for now. Good chef, look. Clean rag. One for cooking, one for baiting. Do now is just let that warm up and let them cook away. It'll take about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. But let's say all we've got to do is just come back every couple of minutes, just turn them round once the fat's hot, and then it'll be sizzling away. Lovely.